going to take so close to the tape. He's here, and they're off and racing, and they all got away to a pretty good line. High Class Hero is one of the first to show. Final Order's prominent, the real whacker towards the outside as they thunder down towards the first. Am I Right, Lecky Watson, Beauport towards the outside. Final Orders, Am Maximus goes up the inside with Kay de Bourbon. Leave the ground for the first time, Mark Johnson.
Am I Right just touched down in front as they went over the first of the 30 fences. And at the back of the field, Grange Clare West has unseated Patrick Mullins. Grange Clare West is down at the first. On then towards fence number 2, High Class Hero, Twig and Am I Right with the first 3 over it. And we've lost one of the Jigginstown runners at that fence, and that was Kay de Bourbon has gone. Kay de Bourbon is down, and now they go towards the open ditch, which is the third. Am I Right led Twig over it, and then High Class Hero, and down there is the mare. Panic Attack has gone. Panic Attack is down at fence number 3. At the moment, at the back of the field is Fire Fox, who's already been ridden along as they go over the 4th, and over now to Stuart Machin.
And it's Am I Right in the centre in the yellow, to Final Orders in the dark blue, High Class Hero on top of the bill, and Twig in the cheap pieces. Beauport in the pearl blue is racing out wide with Mr. Van Gogh. Lecky Watson in the red and white is just in behind him. Iroko in a nosebound is in midfield. The grey marble sands is right at the back of the field with Firefox. Champ Kylie is fairly well back at this stage with Gorgeous Tom and Haiti Caleur as they make their way on towards Beechers. Well grouped as they come down to it. Twig in the centre to High Class Hero, Am I Right in the yellow. They were the leading 3 on landing, and Mr. Van Gogh is down at Beechers. Mr. Van Gogh has come down at Beechers. Am I Right, High Class Hero and Twig lead them as they make their way towards the canal turn. They land just in advance of the pursuers. Monty Star in the maroon is making a bit of headway on the inside. Jerry Colombo's unseated when in midfield. Am I Right leading at the canal turn to High Class Hero and Twig at top of the bill, and Monty Star and Imperial Saint and Final Orders, and then Iroko, Lecky Watson and Am Maximus, followed over by Jaguar. Towards the back of the field, Firefox, the real whacker, and Jordan's with Captain Cody and Percival Lagawa as they go out of Valentine's. We rejoin Mark.
And it's still Am I Right who has the lead to top of the bill, moving through on the inside now to share second with Twig towards the outside, and then High Class Hero. Then towards the inside is Imperial Saint as they go over this next plain fence. They're then being followed by, on the outside, Lecky Watson. He's racing alongside Final Orders, and now they face up to another of the open ditches. It's Am I Right and Philip Enright who still have the lead to top of the bill on the inside. Not much between them as they got over that open ditch, all safely over, although at the back of the field the real whacker almost clambered over it. He's struggling badly, and so too is Jordan's, who has been ridden along, and they go now towards the final fence taken before the Melling Road crossing, and all the leaders jumped that one well. Again, Jordan's was slow at the back of the field, and so too was the real whacker. And now as they go over the Melling Road, it is Am I Right who's got the lead over top of the bill, who races in second, and then in third position as they rejoin the race course is High Class Hero, and we now rejoin Richard Hoyles.
So Am I Right it is who's cutting out the running. Twig in the beige jacket, top of the bill, then behind these High Class Hero, Final Orders and Lecky Watson. First of the McManus horses, Johnnywho in the blue cap, on the outside of Iroko in the noseband. Jaguar has held his position in the cheek pieces, no problem with Monty's Star. In mid-division, then we have Am Maximus just ahead of Stella Story, Favre de Champs and Spanish Harlem's in that group as well with Beauport. And then behind these we have Answer to Cape, who's ahead of Haiti Caleur, who's 2 back from mid. The real whacker is going to be pulled up before taking the next. So the real whacker pulled up before the 13th as Am I Right led them over as they now continue their run down to up the home straight, heading towards the chair, which is the fence after this. It is Am I Right who leads the national from top of the bill, Twig, Imperial Saint, and on the outside High Class Hero. Then behind these we have Iroko with Jaguar, Am Maximus, not great there actually on the inside of Monty Star, then Beauport. Johnnywho sits in midfield with Spanish Harlem, Captain Cody towards the outside, Stella Story towards the inner is Champ Kylie, then Gorgeous Tom still going, so is Percival the Gelwar, but he's towards the back, as is Jordan's, and Firefox as the leaders reach the chair. Bad mistake by High Class Hero. Spanish Harlem, Banbridge is gone. Banbridge unseated the rider, and Oscar's brother is also gone. So Oscar's brother and Banbridge are out at the chair as Am I Right on top of the bill leads them towards the water jump. Imperial Saint, then Monty's Star as they stream over that. Twig, High Class Hero, Jaguar start, well placed with Am Maximus, Favori de Chantu in about 8th or 9th with Johnnywho as they turn away. Beauport towards the outside, then Gorgeous Tom, Firefox, 3-card Bragg. Jordans comes next with Answer to Cape, Captain Cody. Lecky Watson still there, but has lost positions. Then Spanish Harlem, Marble Sands and Percival the Gelwar is the last of those runners who are heading out on this final circuit. So out in the lead, it is still Am I Right, who's shown up well the whole way, with Twig, then High Class Hero, Final Orders, Beauport the outside, top of the bill Imperial Saint, Am Maximus, right up the inside as we rejoin Mark.
It looks as though there's still about 25 of them setting out on their final circuit. They're all over the first fence for the second time and on now towards the next, with still Am I Right and Imperial Saint in between them, top of the bill, and right through on the inside, Am Maximus going the shortest way as a loose horse wanders right across in front of them. Am I Right was hampered by that loose horse, and we've got lost one at the back of the field, and that was the grey Marble Saint. Marble Sands has gone on now towards the open ditch. Am I Right will lead to top of the bill over in second, and down there Beauport has gone. Also down is Stellar Story, and also down there was Jaguar. So 3 have gone at that open ditch. They go over the next. Am I Right makes a mistake, and it's top of the bill who has now gone on, and now back to Stewart.
So they're heading on towards fence 21, the fence before Beeches. Top of the bill with the red cap. Am I Right in the yellow in the centre. High Class Hero in the red. Imperial Saint in a gold jacket on the near side. They're just about the leading 4 to touchdown. It was the loose horse who fell there. He's quickly back on his feet, but he did hamper 1 or 2 of them, including 3-card Bragg. Heading down towards Beeches for the second time. Top of the bill, Imperial Saint, Am I Right, High Class Hero. Iroko in the noseband is just in behind her with Monte Star. And then Favori de Chantu towards the inner. Am Maximus landed steeply back in midfield. The white cap ahead of Champ Kylie. Moving on towards Foynaven. Fence 23 taken to it by top of the bill and Imperial Saint and High Class Hero Monte Star. And Favori de Chantu. And then just in behind Am I Right, his final orders to Iroko. Johnnywho with the blue cap alongside Am Maximus, and then 3-card Bragg followed by Jordans as they come to the canal turn. Haiti Kaler and Champ Kylie are going to be the next ones over. The mistake there from Am Maximus. Firefox is still going towards the rear with Twig and Percival the Galwar and Lecky Watson, and Spanish Harlem is last of all. Captain Cody's making a little headway. Out over Valentine's they go. We rejoin Mark.
A mistake there by top of the bill, and it's now handed the lead to Imperial Saint to the hands of Callum Pritchard, with Monte Star moving up on the inside quite wide is High Class Hero as they go over that next plain fence, and that was the 5th from home. So it is top of the bill with Monte Star on the inside with Imperial Saint. Those are now the first 3. Iroko is just in behind them, travelling well. Jordans is also making very good ground towards the wide outside as they bunch up, and they've gone over the final open ditch and on now towards the last fence on this section of the course. Jordans has got the lead. Percival Legawa has gone in the country, and they go over the 3rd from home, and it is now through on the inside that 3-card Bragg has come through to challenge Jordans, who's out wide. So Jordans and 3-card Bragg, they are now the first 2, with Monte Star at top of the bill, and they're then being followed by High Class Hero as they now go over the Melling Road, and now the finish of the Randox Grand National with Richard Hoyle.
Captain Cody was another who fell a couple of fences ago as Jordans leads the national field. 3-card Bragg, Monte Star coming out after the leader who's kicked for home here. Jordans making the best of the way home under Ben Jones, leads by half a dozen lengths, and he's trying to steal this. Monte Star, High Class Hero, then behind these in 4th place is Johnnywho, Iroko, Am Maximus, 3-card Bragg, Champ Kylie, Final Orders as the leader heads towards the second last. It is Jordans out clear by half a dozen lengths. In 2nd place is High Class Hero for James Bowen. Johnnywho moves into 3rd. Am Maximus is staying on amongst horses with the white cap as they head down towards the last in the national. It is Jordans who's over. High Class Hero mistake in 2nd. Johnnywho and Am Maximus as they set off up the running towards the elbow. Jordans dash for glory still leads by 4 lengths. Johnnywho hampered by the loose horse. High Class Hero, Am Maximus continues to stay on. They've reached the elbow and Jordan is getting tired as Am Maximus throws down the challenge for Paul Townend. Am Maximus coming to Jordans on the run to the line. It is Am Maximus in front again in the national, flashing home late is Iroko, but at the line Am Maximus regains the national, the first since Red Rum. Favre de Champs final orders, Chad Kiley, 3-card brag onto the Cape Monte Star, Imperial St. Gorgeous Tom, Haiti Couleur Twig, and Firefox ease down on the run-in. Not without jumping blemishes. Am Maximus, what a warrior he is. He was second last year, he won it 2 years ago. In second place was Iroko, who finished with a flourish. Jordan's went for home, maybe early enough in third. Johnnywho wasn't helped by loose horses in fourth. There are extra places, so we'll try and fill those in for you. High Class Hero went in pursuit of the leader, is fifth. Favre de Champs will cross the line in sixth place, and they were clear of the others. Am Maximus, Paul Townend, Willie Mullins. There's final orders has crossed the line next. Champ Kiley has also finished as well. JP McManus with 3 of the first 4. The first colours were worn by Paul Townend. He wasn't going to desert the horse that had won it for him 2 years ago. He made mistakes, but he is all class, and he's regained the Randox Grand National.
He won it in 24. He was second in 25. He's regained it. He's won it in 26. Grand National immortality for Am Maximus. AP, surely he now goes into the pantheon of greats of this race.
Oh, he definitely does, Ed. Some horse, some warrior, some champion, some constitution. He has it all. But we thought for a long time throughout the season that he was the one they all had to beat. He is a proper gladiator, isn't he?
He really is. He's landed a monster gamble as well. He's gone off at 9-2. Paul Townend pulls off the Gold Cup and Grand National double. Mick, this was a remarkable performance.
Unbelievable. 11 stone 12, top weight, giving weight to everything else in the field. That takes some doing. What an unbelievable race. And here, he looked like he had it all to do. If anything, Jordan's, I think when they go back and watch this, Ben Jones will think, oh, should have hung on.
He should have hung on. You know, he should have hung on. He was dropped in nicely. He was given a lovely ride, and for whatever reason, took it up way too soon. I thought the loose horse might help him, but when you're racing in a race like this against a horse like Am Maximus, who is the ultimate stayer, Ed, you don't want him bearing down in you.
That's going to be a painful watch back for Ben Jones. Look at the McManus horses coming. Iroko flying at the depth. Johnnywho ran a big race. Jordan's hangs on for third. Then it's Johnnywho. Then it's High Class Hero. Paul Townend. He's done it again, Alice.
Ed, he has done it again. Paul, what can you say about this great warrior?
He's tough, isn't he? I think the cheek pieces definitely helped in the middle of the race. Didn't help me going to the start. He was alive, but when I jumped off, I got in a nice rhythm again. Still didn't probably travel with the enthusiasm of the first year, but I just thought the cheek pieces helped me in the middle part of the race, or definitely the 3/4 pace. And I wasn't going to see the ones gone in front. I wasn't going to be the one to go chasing them. I had enough going okay in front of me, and I was able to get a lead to the elbow, and I didn't know where that loose horse was going to go.
Paul, to win 2 Grand Nationals, but to finish second, to stick with him when you've got so many options. You've always believed in this horse.
He's a really, really good horse, that's why. I couldn't. Obviously, Grange-Clare West preparation was really good with the Bobby Joe and Nick Rocket. I won that in him last year. He came here and beat me. But this lad wasn't telling me not to ride him, so I couldn't not ride him.
What makes him the champion that he is?
So good. Such an engine. And he galloped to the end of the world for you. Privileged to do with him. And what a horse.
And for you, the Grand National, where does it sit in everything you've achieved?
It's right up there. It's Grand Nationals and Gold Cups. They're the pinnacle of our sport. We got them both.
You got them both. Paul Townend, congratulations.
Thank you.
And you might recognise the man on the far side there with his arm in the air. That's young Elliott. He's making a bit of history himself. How amazing to lead up the Gold Cup and Grand National winners in the same year. Paul Townend won it, but Elliott, the winning groom again. He looks after Gaelic Warrior. Congratulations to him. So many records here. JP McManus becomes the winning most owner of all time with 4 wins, with a serious group of people behind him. Trevor Hemmings and others. We will, of course, update you on all the jockeys and all the horses as soon as we get news of what was Mick Fitzgerald, a highly eventful Grand National.
Like you didn't need one pair of eyes, you needed several, because there was so much happening in the race. You know, like when Jordan's kicked for home, he was daylight between himself and the others, and you wondered, was he going to be able to last? But the pack were coming, and they came with force, and the JP McManus battalions basically came on both sides and enveloped Jordans. And
when Ben Jones watches that back, what's he going to think?
Oh, he's going to think, oh, wait. It's like the one thing you always have to remember here. You have no business going anywhere until you get onto the racecourse proper, really. Wait, save a bit, because you know that last bit is when you need the most.
If you had extra places, 6th, Favre de Chandu, 7th, Final Orders. If you had the first 8, Champ Kylie's green and blue colours are there. Other horses to run well. Monty's Pass was up there for a long way. 3-card Bragg just didn't quite get home. Here's that agonising moment for Jordan's fans. And Aidan O'Brien, who was looking to put off that remarkable Melbourne Cup Grand National double, reeled in by Paul Townend. Joseph O'Brien, sorry. As here comes our winner, Am Maximus. What an amazing horse. A proper Grand National legend now. And for Willie Mullins, a record for him, record for JP McManus, record for Willie Mullins, doing what Vincent O'Brien did in the 50s. 53, 54, 55 for Vincent O'Brien with Early Miss, Royal Tan and Quare Times. For Willie Mullins, 2024 I Am Maximus, 2025 Nick Rocket, 2026 I Am Maximus. Again, phenomenal.